There once were two brothers. They were born only 2 years apart. When they were younger, they did not get along very well. While growing up, the older brother always wanted to prove how much better he was at things than his younger brother. Whether it was racing bikes, foot races, or who was stronger. They seemed to be exact opposites. Especially when it came to what they liked. One liked Ford. The other liked Chevy. One liked the Patriots. And the other like the Seahawks. One like blue, the other red, and, well, you get the idea. This went on for a long time, and the younger brother, well, he eventually got discouraged and resentful of the older brother because it was never a fair fight. The older one was always stronger and better and faster. So needless to say, they never really did get along at the younger ages. And again, it made the younger brother a little upset and felt like he was being treated unfairly. Then, eventually the older brother went to high school. The younger brother was still in middle school, so they didn't see much of each other as often as they used to during the day. And the older one made lots of friends in high school, especially on the sport teams he was a part of. They had to go 2 years. And since they were 2 years apart, it was 2 years before they were finally back in the same school together. They did have one thing in common, though: their love of football. And again, time went on, and finally, the younger brother came to high school as a freshman, while the older brother was a junior. In the 2 years that they'd been in different schools, the other brother was actually a little excited to finally have another family member in the same school. He'd ask his younger brother during the first couple of weeks how things were going, and if he had a problem, and if the younger one had a problem, he'd give him advice. They'd talk about the teachers and about the sports they were in and the coaches they had. They finally had something in common to talk about: the rivalry that had almost worn down. The rivalry had also worn down as well. The only time they really talked about it is when people would ask who was stronger, and when they'd ask the older brother if it was awkward that the younger brother was taller than him. Then the next year, while the older brother was a senior and the younger brother was a sophomore, they both got on the varsity football team. and the older brother really liked being on the same team. He knew time was running out, and as soon he'd be off to college, and he'd hardly see his brother at all. Now, instead of competing against each other, they were competing with each other. The older brother quickly saw that his younger brother was going to be a far better football player than he'd ever be, and for once, he was just fine with that. The brothers still had the rivalry every now and then, whether it be who could lift more weights or run faster. But now, it wasn't all about proving who was better. It was just about having fun now, and growing closer as brothers, making memories together, and caring for each other.